hold of the button, and now they're set. Delightful day. Ready, racing. The fave jumped away very quickly from the inside. Dust aside. Bubbles in Rio has hot speed though, burning across. Likewise Dark Opal. And Bubbles in Rio at the end of 200's going to go to the lead. The Nun is up there travelling fourth, followed by Graceful Lass. And then came Daisy's Angel slipping back into the second half of the field with Kiyoshi. Also Pints at Paddy's is right back there from Likes to Chant. And last of all is Slick. At the 550, Bubbles in Rio, who had pace to burn, leads the way from Dark Opal down near the inside. Dust aside. The favourite without a lot of room to move here at the moment. The Nun's up there fourth outside of it. Then further back behind them, Daisy's Angel. Pints at Paddy's coming right to the outside. The favourite got chopped out when trying to go up near the rails. Dark Opal reaches the lead though. Dark Opal in front from Bubbles in Rio. The Nun coming over on the inside. Dust aside has done plenty of zigging and zagging, but the Nun extends and the Nun put them away late. The Nun got home from Bubbles in Rio. Back on the inside, Dust aside. Well, that was a tragedy beaten really, and close up as well there is Dark Opal. They were followed by Kiyoshi, then further back Likes to Chant. Pints at Paddy's was followed further back in the field by Slick, Graceful Lass, and tailing out last of all is Daisy's Angel. Well, the Nun has won the race. Sean O'Donnell in the saddle. Number 10 having her first start, this Daughter of Churchill, trained by Justine Erklands. Sean O'Donnell in the saddle. Takes out race one of the day. Beats 4 Bubbles in Rio, Austin Galati. 5 ran third, Dark Opal, Lucy Fiore. And Dust Aside was awfully unlucky. Just couldn't get out of a pocket. Got chopped out for a run. And then had to go back to the inside, and there was still a run only just there down near the rails, and you could see the frustration there with rider Holly Watson. 10, 4, 5 and 2. 10, 4, 5, 2 here after the running of the opening event for the afternoon. And the Nun taking it out there. Had won a trial recently and had a lovely run there from Sean. He was able to give the filly a sweet ride there. She was with cover, travelling fourth, and she was able to edge away clear late to win in 58.91 by a length, half a length second and third. Bubbles in Rio had pace to burn by I'm All the Talk, Dave Harrison, Austin Galati, and 5 Dark Opal by Sessions from O'Katie, Lucy Fiore for trainer Brett Pope. Final 600 there, 33.96. Race 2, 1200 metres, the next event here on the card. There are no changes. Let's go down now. Here's Lockie joining us, and a nice way to start a racing career with a victory immediately. On the board is the Nun, who's certainly created a bit of an impression here first up.
Thanks, Darren. That she has. A really nice debut performance as Justine Erklands, winning trainer, joins me now. Justine, congratulations on this victory. What have you made of her lead-up trials ahead of this debut assignment?
Yeah, no, I've been happy with the trials. I did think 1,000 might be a tad short for her, but she seems to have a nice little burst to the line, so very happy.
She looks like a fairly professional type at this early stage of her career. She has good gate speed, she travels nicely. It looks like she ticks all the boxes for a jockey like Sean.
Yeah, she's can be a little bit hot. We've done a lot of work with her as a 2-year-old, give her a trial and just let her have a nice break, and she's come back really nice, and I still think she might be a bit better, when she's a year older.
So where to next for a filly like her? Do you feel like she could potentially make the grade on a Saturday?
Oh, probably not in the next few starts, but we were aiming just to click up the grades for now and see where she comes, where she's at. But she's a nice filly. Yeah, I like her.
Really looking forward to Saturday afternoon. The Starstruck sees the return of your star mare in Machine Gun Gracie. Is she forward enough to run a big race first up at the mile? Yeah,
she's had a lot of work behind the scenes. She had that little hiccup, but she's had a lot of work and she's trialled up really well. She's pulled up well from that and couldn't falter on her track work. So we'll go there and see what happens.
How will you be feeling over the next few days?
Yeah, I'm glad it's come because it's just been a bit of a mess actually, but we're finally getting to the races and I'm really happy.
Can't wait for it. Fingers crossed. Well done here.
Yeah, thanks.
There's Justine Erklands after the win of the Nun, and a great ride once again from Sean O'Donnell. Scotty, 1 out, 1 back from that low draw. Unfortunately, the favourite in Dust Aside was strung up along the fence and he didn't get out into clear air until very, very late when the race was all over. But the Nun just had that beautiful, unimpeded run, and it was just a perfect 10 out of 10 from Sean O'Donnell.
It was very similar to a barrier trial over the 1,000 metres, where she was able to just track up a really strong tempo and show a nice bit of change-up speed on straightening. So she looks like she's going to have a future, especially if the 1,000 was expected to be on the shorter side for her here. But it's a nice way to make your debut. They clocked 58.91. The margin's a length by a half. It's 10, 4, 5 and 2. $8.10 she paid in the end, the Nun. So she was very easy in betting off the back of that impressive trial, but it was because of the volume of support for our luckless favourite, who was beaten into fourth in Dust Aside. Barrier number one can always be a poison chalice there, and it was today for Holly Watson, unfortunately. It was, once crossed there, it was always going to be a bit of an awkward viewing race from there. Tried to go to the inside, wasn't enough room, tried to come outside of heels, and then it looked like Dark Opal was just rolling around under pressure as well. So one of those unfortunate circumstances for the punters that were involved in the $3.80 into 205. They've burnt their fingers there, but there'll be wins for Dust Aside, there's no doubt.
Absolutely. You need to be following him after a luckless performance here first up as the beaten favourite, and I'm sure he'll be making amends very, very shortly. But a man that continues to ride in good form over the last few weeks is Sean O'Donnell, and here he is once again catching up with Scotty.
Donga joins us now. The Nun made her debut, but off the back of a couple of trials. Nice trials too.
Yeah, absolutely, especially the last one. She coasted to the line pretty easy. She learnt a lot from her previous trial this time in, and obviously didn't know much the first time over 400. But I come to the races today anticipation with her. I thought she goes okay, and look, she done well, very good.
Got a beautiful run too.
Oh, of course, drew 3 and the speed was there, and I was just on the trail of Lucy and just got the beautiful run up, and but they still got to go when you ask them, and when I give her a couple, she let down nice. She might be a nice progressive filly in the future.
Let's talk about a star. Machine Gun Gracie resumes on the weekend. What have you thought of her trials?
Very good. The first one was just whatever, just go around and just happy, and then the other day at Lark Hill, she won by about 6 lengths, but just give her a bit of a dig and trialled nice. She galloped good here on the grass Tuesday morning, and looking forward to her racing. Yeah, been very excited for her to come back.
Be good to have her back. Well done.
Thank you. Love to the wife.
There's Sean O'Donnell, always great with his time, and I think that's a good enough push for me. I think Machine Gun Gracie is the one I'm going to be looking forward to seeing on Saturday afternoon. Can't wait to see her back at the races, but it's the Nun for Justine Erklands and Sean O'Donnell that takes out the opener here at Ascot.